as we do this process. Want to talk to you briefly before I start calling names about your options today. You're here to be arraigned. You can plead guilty, no low, which means no contest, or not guilty. If you plead not guilty today, your case will be continued to a different calendar for trial. Most of these are actually assigned to other judges. So your trial date will be in front of a different judge. That's neither here nor there, just letting you know. The no low plea does have some advantages in some contexts sometimes. If you charged with a moving violation, obviously that means something where your car was moving, like a speeding, red light violation, failure to yield, following too close, something along those lines. Those are the types of offenses that the Department of Driver Services can and will give you points on your driving record for if you are found guilty or plead guilty. Sometimes a no low plea saves you from some points if you're the least bit concerned about that. You may recall, it's been a long time since I took my driving test, but you may recall that there's some rule that says, or there's a law that says, within some period of time, if you get 12 points or more, your license can be suspended by DDS. So that's the point system. They're in charge of that, Department of Driver Services, not the court. I cannot tell them not to give you points in most contexts, with very rare exception. But no low sometimes helps, sometimes doesn't. It depends on the offense, it depends on your age, it depends on the type of license you have, it depends on your driving history. If you want to plead no low, though, we'll take your no low plea and see what happens. You can deal with DDS after that. The other common question that we get, please make sure your audio is muted. The other common question that we get is whether or not anything you do in court will impact your insurance rates. The answer to that is I have absolutely no clue. We're not involved with your insurance. Your insurance coverage is a matter of private contract between you and the insurance company, and the court doesn't have anything to do with that. So I don't know if your insurance might or might not go up depending on what happens in your case. Now, most of you have what we call, I guess, a status offense. So that's something that's not a moving violation that has to do with your tag or your lights on your vehicle or tint or your license or something along those lines. Because we do have quite a substantial backlog because we were not able to do traffic court during much of the COVID pandemic. Obviously, we're still in the pandemic, but we're doing court again because we've just given up hope that apparently the thing's going to end. But at any rate, we're got a backlog. So for those status offenses, if you got it fixed, the prosecutor's been very liberal about saying we're just going to dismiss it then because we don't have time or energy for y'all to all come traveling in here to bring us paperwork. So we'll talk about that when I call your name. Please wait patiently until I call your name. As I said, it's a really large calendar, but we'll get through it, I promise. Usually takes about an hour and a half, but we'll go as quickly as we can. I'm going to go alphabetically. If I miss your name, I'll give you an opportunity to let me know. At some point, please make sure you're muted unless I'm talking with you. Haiji Adinu, William Alexander, Nicholas Anderson.
Here.
Mr. Anderson, you had tag violation and a learner's permit violation. What is the status of the tag on the vehicle from 2020 that you got ticketed in?
Hey, first and foremost, that wasn't my vehicle. It's my
Can you turn on
sister's
your
vehicle.
video, sir?
I'm driving a semi truck right now, so I can't.
Okay, well, that's a crime for you to be talking to me.
Well, I'm not. It's a hands-free device,
Uh-huh.
so I don't even have to look at you to talk to you now.
Oh, okay. So whose vehicle was it?
It was my sister's. It
Okay.
was in her
Know if
name
it
at the
has a
time.
valid tag now?
The vehicle doesn't belong to me. It's not even in my possession, so I don't know where the vehicle is. So
Okay, that's all I was asking, if you knew. Okay, so goodness, you had a learner's license in 2020?
yeah,
You have a full license now.
yeah. I have a CDL now.
I'd
So
appreciate if you would speak with a little more courtesy toward me. Don't say yeah. Then you had a speeding case, sir, and this was alleged that you were going between 16 and 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. What would you like to do with that? Guilty, NOLO, or not guilty? The usual fine is 50. With surcharges, it's around 80. Is that the recommendation, Ms. Hernandez or Mr. Johnston?
Yes, Your Honor, that's the recommendation.
Okay, what do you want to do with the speeding, Mr. Anderson?
I can pay it.
Do you want to plead guilty or NOLO?
What's the difference?
I explained that a few minutes ago. Perhaps you weren't paying attention because you're driving.
I'm asking you what's the difference? If you can explain it to me, that'll be fine. If not, I don't know what to tell you.
NOLO means you're not contesting the ticket, but you're willing to pay the fine. Guilty means you're admitting you're guilty of the ticket, sir.
I'm gonna pay the ticket.
Do you want to plead guilty or NOLO?
I'm gonna plead guilty.
All right. Can you pay that within a month, sir? So it would be due on or before March whatever today's date is, March the 4th.
Yep, I can pay it in a month.
What is your email, please, so the clerk can email you some payment instructions?
It's my first name, last name, in that order, and then 6245 at Yahoo.
All right, thank you, sir. Ms. Hernandez, is the state willing to dismiss the other two tickets since it wasn't his vehicle and he's properly licensed now?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll do that. All right, you'll get some payment information to your email later on today, Mr. Anderson, on the speeding. The other two are dismissed. As I indicated, it's around $80. The exact amount will be on the payment instruction information. The amount can be paid either online or in person or before March 4th. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Bye, sir. Be safe. Folks, I realize we're on Zoom, but I hope that anybody else who speaks to me will speak with a little more politeness. I'm being polite. I don't know why other people can't be. Let's see. LaJarvis Askew's in jail, Ms. Hernandez, so that's been reset to a jail calendar. Ibrahim Abba. Okay. Cody Bagley.
I'm here.
Mr. Bagley, you had tag violation, intent violation in 2020. Let me talk to you about those first. Tag, as far as you know, now valid on that vehicle?
Yes, it is. I went and took care of it that day.
Great. And what's the status of the tent on the vehicle?
It is still on the car, but I have not been driving it.
Okay. And then you have a speeding between 26 and 30 miles over. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking the court to impose a $50 fine if he wants to plead guilty or NOLO to that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to do that, Mr. Bagley, or plead not guilty?
If I were to plead, do I still have a NOLO available?
Well, we don't run your driving history for these calendars, Mr. Bagley, where they just have too many people on them. So you can always plead NOLO. Whether it will save you from points or not, we don't know because we don't have your driving history in front of us.
Okay. And if I were to plead guilty, do you know?
How many points that is? I don't know. It's maybe a 3 or 4 point ticket. something like that. I don't keep track of all that. I apologize because, you know, that's DDS's headache and I got my own headaches. So.
Just make somebody want to knock you.
Um, sorry,
I know you're getting advice. It's okay. What would you like to do?
um, I would like to be able to save the points if possible.
We can try NOLO and hopefully that will help.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll plead no.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do for the tag and the tent violation?
The state would be willing to dismiss both of those citations, but I just want to let him know that, you know, if he does get another ticket due to the tent, it will not be dismissed.
Okay.
Mr. Bagley, then I'll grant her motion to dismiss the tag and the tent violation tickets. I'll accept your NOLO on the speeding. $50 fine, but with surcharges, it's somewhere around $80. What is your email so the clerk can email you the payment instructions, Mr. Bagley?
Bagley, Cody or 2016 @gmail.com.
You'll get an email then from the clerk. It's an address at claytoncountyga.gov later on, either this morning or later today. And Mr. Bagley, I just need to confirm your address. Are you still on Peaksville Road in Locust Grove?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. When you get those payment instructions, you'll see that you can pay. It'll have the exact amount due, and you can see how to either pay that online or in person before March 4th. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Take care, Mr. Bagley. You can sign off.
All right. Thank you.
Mercedes Bankhead. Jonathan Barnes. Jorge Barraza Mejia. Alexandria Baum. Shannon Bahia. Eric Bell.
Present, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Bell. You had 2 tag violations in 2020. Does the vehicle have a valid tag on it now?
It does.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss both of his tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll grant her motion to dismiss both tickets, Mr. Bell. Any questions?
No, thank you. You have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. Take care, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Lisa Bell. Ulysses Benton.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Benton, you have 3 tickets. These are from 2020. You had license not on person. Obviously, you have a driver's license. You just allegedly didn't have it with you that day. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the
Should they go
tag
right here,
viola-
McCall?
There it is. All right, great. Tag corrected.
Man, everything's situated, McCall. I did it just for you.
Great. All right, so then we're left with traffic control device violation, which is a red light or some other similar offense. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking if he pleads guilty or no to that the court impose a $50 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to plead guilty or no to that, Mr. Benton, or plead not guilty?
It's just a $50 fine.
Plus surcharges, so it's around 80 because of the.
Let me ask, can I ask you one question?
surcharges.
Can
You
I
may
ask
ask
you
me a
one question?
question.
You gonna give me 30 days to pay it too?
Of course.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We can do that. Thank you, Miss Cow. Yeah.
Guilty or no?
I'm gonna go and do NOLO.
All right. And Ms. Hernandez, you're willing to dismiss his other 2 tickets today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll dismiss the tag and license not on person tickets, Mr. Benton. NOLO is accepted on the other ticket. About $80 due on or before March 4th. What is your email?
Tyrell B, Tyrell B 119 @gmail.com.
Okay. Look for an email from our clerk at an address at claytoncountyga.gov later on today, and it will have the payment instructions to pay online or in person, the correct amount. I'm sorry to be vague about it. Sometimes it's $73.25, sometimes it's $83.25, and I don't ever know which one it's going to be. That's why I always say around $80. But it'll be
It's
on
all
your
good.
paperwork. And do you
Yes,
still
ma'am.
live on Autumn Cove in Covington?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Just enjoy your day, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Benton. Bye.
Yes, ma'am.
Kaylin Bada Smith. Kiana Bingham. Dakota Bifford. Melvin Blake. Tranell Blewett. Aaron Bolton.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Mr. Bolton, you had some kind of tag violation in 2020 and a tent violation. What's the status of the tag?
Yes, ma'am. I had the tag with me. I just had, I had just got it, but I forgot to put it on the vehicle. But yeah, it was on the vehicle. I put it on the vehicle right when the officer pulled me over. And as far as the tent goes, I had just purchased the vehicle, so I hadn't had a chance to take the tent off. But all of that has been corrected.
Oh, but it's been corrected now, the tent.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Ms. Hernandez?
The state would move to dismiss both citations.
All right, I'll grant our motion to dismiss, Mr. Bolton, both tickets.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a great day.
Okay, thanks. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Andre Booker. Alexander Bostic. Shaquille Bowe.
I'm here.
Mr. Bowe, you had a ticket for defective tires and a tag violation. These are from 2020, as well as driving too fast for conditions. So let me ask about the tag. Is it corrected?
As far as the truck, I don't drive for that company no more.
Oh, this was someone that you worked for. Can you turn on video, sir? Thank you. So this was a truck that belonged to a company that you no longer work for?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't obviously know at this point the status of the tag or the tires.
No.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, on those 2 tickets, what would you like to do?
The state would move to dismiss both of the citations.
All right. But Mr. Bowe, it's the too fast for conditions is a moving violation. You can plead guilty or nolo. Ms. Hernandez, what fine are you asking court to impose for that?
For the too fast for conditions, Your Honor, it'll be a $25 fine.
So then you're looking at paying around $40, Mr. Bowe, if you want to plead guilty or nolo, but you can plead not guilty and come back for trial for all of the tickets if you prefer. What would you like to do?
I'll plead guilty, but what the too fast condition is, that some points on my license?
It is. So you might try a nolo, but that's up to you.
How much points is it?
I apologize. I just don't know. I don't know.
What would you prefer?
Well, it's up to you, Mr. Bowe. It's your license.
Oh, I was
If you plead
just,
NOLO, you only do get saved from points once every, with a NOLO once every 5 years. If you have other moving violations within 5 years, you'll still get points thereafter for pleading NOLO. So I don't know. I mean,
uh,
depends on how safe a
yeah.
driver you are and if you think you're gonna get a bunch of other moving violation tickets.
What if I had one like previous? Cause I got one for driving in the left lane.
When was it?
It
Within
was
5
up in
years?
Georgia. Yeah.
Well, then NOLO won't save you from points anyway.
Okay. All right. Then
Was
I'll
this an
plead
accident?
guilty. Yes.
Was it involving another car?
No.
Okay. All right, because sometimes if the company was in litigation with another driver for damages, then NOLO would help. All right, so you want to do guilty for that one?
Yes.
It's, as I said, somewhere around $40. The exact amount will be on some payment instructions that we're going to email you. The exact amount will be on there. The amount will be due by March 4th, online or in person. What is your email so we can email you those instructions, Mr. Vogt?
My first and last name at ymail.com.
All right, and do you still live in Miami at 140th Street?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, that'll be all.
Hey, listen, are you licensed in Florida then?
Yes.
Well, all that business anyway about points is Georgia law, and the law is different in every state. So I don't know what the law is in Florida.
Okay. I'll check into it.
Yeah. Take care. Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Taquan Brandon. Mario Bright.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Bright, you just had
No,
license.
Brandon.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
Brandon, Your
You're
Honor.
Taquan Brandon.
Taekwon, yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry about that. Tag violation and speeding 16 to 20 over in 2020. Is the tag corrected?
Yes, ma'am, it has been.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking if he pleads guilty or NOLO to speeding for a $50 fine plus surcharges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to ask a quick question with
Yes,
a explanation of the ticket. Now, the officer that gave me the ticket, when I was coming up Tyra Boulevard, I made a left turn onto Tyra Boulevard and I hit the gas to come up the hill, up Tyra Boulevard. Now, as I'm coming up Tyra Boulevard, the cop said he seen my vehicle at a distance at a certain speed, but when he seen me get close to him, he even told me himself that he seen on his radar that I started slowing down. But for somehow he still pulled me over and gave me the ticket anyway.
okay. What is your question? Oh, this Jarvon Williams, turn your audio off. Oh, he did. All right. What's your question, Mr. Brandon?
Now the question I have, I've been out of work due to me having surgery on my hand, and I don't have the income as of now to make a payment for the ticket. I just need to know what else can I do, or what else could be done about me paying for the ticket.
Well, I mean, so you don't anticipate that you would be able, if I impose a $50 fine and surcharges, to have those funds by March 4th, a month from now?
I can try to do so, ma'am, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm always willing to give folks some time to get the money together. Do you
Okay,
want to resolve that ticket with a guilty or NOLO plea?
I'll go ahead and do the guilty plea, Your Honor.
Okay. What is your email, Mr. Brandon, so the clerk can email you the payment information?
Okay, it's all lowercase letters. It's TYQ 31 BRAN at yahoo.com.
And do you still live on Tipton Drive in Riverdale?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Ms. Hernandez, I forgot if I asked you, are you going to dismiss the tag ticket?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll dismiss.
Okay. Okay, so I've dismissed that then, Mr. Brandon, on her motion, accepted your guilty plea on the speeding, $50 fine, but with surcharges, it's around 80. You'll get that information with the exact amount due and how to pay it online or in person by March 4th to your email today. Any other questions, sir?
No, ma'am, that's no more.
Take care, Mr. Brandon. Bye.
Bye-bye. You do the same, man.
All right. Was Mario Bright present? Is
How do I log on? I'm done.
Tosha, y'all, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your names. Looks like Noshavia Brimage. Vincent Brooks. Aisha Brown. Marvin Brown. Shekinah Brown. Brandon Bryan. Kenneth Bryant. Simone Bryant. Jasmine Burge. Michael Burke.
I'm present, Your Honor.
Mr. Burke, excuse me, you had tag tickets from 2020. Is the tag problem straightened out on that vehicle?
I no longer work for that gutter company anymore. He sold his company and moved out of state, but I actually have the receipt in front of me where I don't have time for court because of my work. So that's what I just paid it online, 6/22/2020. I had the confirmation number and everything.
Oh, well, let me try to find that. Look at that then, Mr. Burke, because I don't know what that disconnect is.
Okay. I tried to look online the other day when I received a court order and I couldn't find it. And then I went to my old phone and pulled up my text confirmation that I received.
Does the information that you have a case number on it?
Yes, ma'am. It's 2020 TK 05753. I paid a total of $368. It was both tag tickets.
On
like
June the
22nd, 2020. I have a confirmation number as well, ma'am.
Okay. Who's on the Zoom court session from the clerk's office? Give me some guidance about what to tell Mr. Burke.
It's me, Judge Rachel. I don't show where he actually paid this. At least we don't have it in the system anyway.
Here, can you see right here? It's backwards, but I've got it. See, I'm trying to figure out now that maybe how many other people paid it maybe and got court dates, because I know the system was
Well,
crazy because of
it's a rare thing, Mr. Burke, that we
I'm
find
just
this
glad
problem.
I'm glad I keep all my stuff in my safe forever, because just in case something happens like this.
Well, it's a different company that accepts payments for us and manages that, and somehow they may have failed to push that payment through to our clerk.
Yes, ma'am, that's no worries.
At any rate, I mean, if the state's going to dismiss these, I'll go ahead and enter that. Do you know, even though you have a receipt, if that payment ever reflected on either your bank account or your credit card?
Well, I no longer have the bank account. I had a bank account. I have a bank account with a different bank now.
Right.
I used to work for another gutter company. He had direct deposited my stuff into Regions. Well, when he sold his company, I went and worked for somebody else and opened up a different bank account so they could direct deposit it. So I don't
mean, the
have no,
reason I was asking is obviously we can't refund money we never got.
no, I'm not asking for a refund. I just wanted to kind of show proof that
I
I
know.
did pay it.
Yeah, we don't know. I apologize for that confusion. We really don't have that happen often, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss both tickets at
Thank you,
least.
ma'am.
If for some reason you figure out that money actually was deducted, would you send a copy of your receipt and to the clerk? Should he send that to you, Ms. Jeffers?
He can. Can I also get his phone number? Can I get your
Yes,
phone
ma'am.
number real
Yes,
quick?
ma'am. It's 404
Okay,
324
okay.
1239. Yeah, and I can text you or email you what I have.
Actually, our clerk of court will give you a call. I'm gonna
Okay.
pass your number along to her and
Yes,
she'll give you a
ma'am.
call. If you want to send that information to us, though, you can.
All right, great.
Okay.
Okay. Take care, Mr. Burke.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ms. Jeffers, at the top of the Zoom meeting, you can make Mr. Williams stop screen sharing. Thank you. Tiffany Burns. Stevie Bison. Anybody whose last name began with A or B that I have not talked to? Turn your audio on.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Bingham.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Hold on.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have. You haven't talked to me.
Okay, hang on. Let me deal with one at a time.
Oh. Hello.
Mr. Booker, hang on
Hello.
a moment. I see you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Miss Bingham,
Yes, ma'am.
let me find you. I think I skipped you accidentally. That's why I asked and go back and capture, because sometimes I miss people.
I had the wrong Zoom information. I'm sorry about that.
All right, I don't think I called your name. So
Okay.
you had, actually you have 3 tickets pending here in Clayton County. You had 2 from February 2020 relating to tail or brake light or turn signal lights.
Yes, ma'am.
Are all the lights now that up and working on your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had a tag violation in September of 2020. Is that all taken care of?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with her 3 tickets?
The state would move to dismiss the citations.
All right, we'll go ahead and dismiss all 3. Make sure you keep everything valid so you don't have to come see us anymore, Ms. Bingham.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
All
much.
right. All right, bye.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Mr. Booker, let me find you on my calendar. Mr. Booker, you had a tag violation, expired license, intent violation. What's the status of the tag?
The tag, I did get the tag updated, but I haven't been driving that car in over about a year.
And you have a current license? It's not expired anymore, hopefully.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It actually expired on my birthday. On that day, I got the ticket. It was kind of weird.
Okay. Intent violation, that same car, is that now reduced or stripped?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you under dismiss all 3 of his tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss him, Mr. Booker. You can sign
Thank
off.
you so
Take
much.
care.
Thank you.
All right, there was someone else who was trying to turn on their audio. You have to turn on your audio. Tap this, there you go. What is the name?
Good morning. Batista. The complete name is Duran Santo Batista. That is the last name.
What is you have the ticket in front of you?
Yes, right here. You want the citation
Tell
number?
me how it's typed on the name. Tell me how the name is typed on the ticket.
Oh, I believe they put the last name like Duran, Duran.
I can find it that way then.
Thank you.
All right, I've got it. So these were tag violations. Is the tag on that vehicle now corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right. Will you tell Mr. Duran in Spanish that you're dismissing them, Ms. Hernandez?
Quiere quitarnos su ticket. Mil gracias.
Mil gracias.
Thank you so
Oh.
much.
Lo vamos a quitar aquí en nuestro sistema.
Oh, gracias. Thank you.
Adios.
Adios.
Anybody else whose last name began with A or B?
Yes, ma'am. Al.
Your last name?
My last name is Al. My last title is Al.
Let me see if I can find it. On your ticket, how is it typed?
They actually had that wrong. I think they had Creek Al. I think they had Creek Al instead of Al Creek.
Okay. Find it then, sir.
And then I also have a second summons under Jarvis Hayes with the same, well, I'm the grantor of that Jarvis Hayes.
So I've got 3 tickets actually in 2020, all relating to a tag. Are all the tags now issued and valid on whatever vehicles were involved?
They are.
Okay, and then there was some kind of tent violation as well. Has that been fixed?
It has.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 tickets is what I'm showing. Mr. Al, is that what you have in your memory?
I do believe so. It was the tent, tag. Yes, it was
trailer
the
tag.
tags.
Right. All right.
Which the tag did have, I did have a tag on my truck. It had a clear plate over it. The officer said that clear plate had 10 on it, which was clear.
Okay.
And then also I had a trailer attached to my vehicle and it had a tag, but I had to remove the gate to get my materials on there. And the gate had my tag on it, but the tag on I did have a tag for the trailer.
Perfect. All right. Thank you for explaining. Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with his 4 tickets?
The state would move to dismiss the citations.
Okay. And so are all of those, including the one that you thought we had a different name on, Mr. Al?
I'm sorry, say again, Your Honor.
You said there was some other ticket with a different name on it. Is that one of these 4?
Yes, they were
Okay.
the same. They were all for the same thing.
Okay. All right. She's going to dismiss all 4 of them. I'll enter that in the computer. Any questions?
Under both names, you're gonna enter that.
Tell me the other name just to let me make sure.
Jarvis, Jauris, last name Hayes, Hayes.
Hayes. Make sure now. Oh, no. Oh, how weird. Oh, yeah, no, somehow they figured out you were the same person. So it's on that's all the only tickets we have, and they're all 4 going to be dismissed.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, sir.
You as well.
Anybody else whose last name was A or B? Maisha Cummings. Oh, wait a minute. I may have skipped some names.
I'm present, so.
Oh, Ms. Cummings, you had a tag violation. Has that been resolved?
I no longer have that vehicle.
And failure to yield the right of way. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking the court impose a $50 fine if she pleads guilty or nolo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to do guilty or nolo to that one, Ms. Cummings? You'd be paying around 80.
You no longer have that vehicle.
Please, Mr. Balayan, turn off your audio. I'll come back to you.
Not
Ms.
guilty.
Cummings? Do you want to do guilty or nolo to failing to yield, or do you want to plead not guilty?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, she's not going to dismiss the tag thing and leave the other one open. So both of them will have to be moved to a trial calendar, but you can still talk with the judge that you appear in front of on the new date about the tag. And
Yes, Your Honor.
See how that goes. You, let me make sure that I have your correct address, ma'am. Because they're gonna send you a notice in the mail of the new court date for a trial. So I don't know if this judge is scheduling trials. It's assigned to Judge Garrett, but at any rate, I have an address on Magnolia Circle in Jonesboro. Is that still correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, you know you have another case coming up and that's not
Yes,
related to
Your
these
Honor.
on February 21st, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's Judge Jones Parker, so you'll see her on that date. These two tickets will be scheduled someday on a calendar. If your address changes, make sure you update your address with our clerk. There is a change of address form on the clerk's portion of the Clayton County, Georgia website if you need to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, bye now.
All right.
Michael Cesar?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Yes, here I am.
Mr.
Morning.
Good morning. Am I making it too fancy? Is it Caesar?
Yeah, it's Caesar like the pizza.
Tag violation and speeding. Is the tag valid?
I don't have the vehicle anymore, so you know.
All right. Are you going to dismiss his tag ticket, Ms. Hernandez, if he resolves the speeding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Speeding, are you asking 50 if he pleads guilty or nolo?
Yes, Your Honor.
So around 80 with surcharges if you plead guilty or nolo today, Mr. Caesar. Do you want to do
Yes.
either of those or not guilty?
I am guilty.
Okay. So what's your email, please?
My email is michaelvincent1920@gmail.com.
You'll get an email later on this morning or this afternoon from the clerk at an address at claytoncountyga.gov. I'll dismiss the tag, $50 fine, but with surcharges, it's around 80. There will be payment instructions on the email about how to either pay that online or in person by March 4th. Do you
Okay.
still live on Rocky Mill Lane in Lawrenceville?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't. Thank you very much.
Bye, sir.
All right.
Amanda Calhoun. Roger Campbell. Devon Cannon. Danielle Canty. Gandhi Cardenas Jimenez. Jasmine Carroll. Timothy Carson. Denver Cherry. Antonio Childs. Millard Carter. Aaron Clay. Michael Coleman.
Here.
Oh, yeah. I saw you a second ago. Mr. Coleman, so you have a tag violation, failing to wear a helmet. Oh, no. Yeah, that's you. Failing to wear a helmet, apparently, allegedly on
A moped.
a motorcycle and improper.
It was a moped.
Okay, an improper lane change.
Okay, well, on a moped, you don't have to have, it's a 49cc moped. You don't have to have a driver's license nor a tag in the state of Georgia for that.
So you're saying on the tag violation, because it's a moped, that you did not have a tag because of that law?
Yes, there's no tag is required. I have the
Okay.
printout right here. And
I understand. What about the helmet issue?
no, I did not have a helmet. I give that. But my thing is that when it happened, no officer was present. no officer was in prison, and at no time I'd never seen an officer.
Okay. Well,
At now
somebody
time.
eventually arrived at some point, obviously, because you
Yeah,
got
maybe when I
kicked.
was at that. Maybe like when I was at the hospital, but I get that. But my thing is, my major concern, and I would take the no helmet violation because I did have I was guilty of that. Well, if I can get a NOLO on a no helmet violation.
You can. I don't think that that's a points violation, but I may be wrong. You might want to save the NOLO for improper lane change, which was the other ticket.
But see, now the improper lane change, I had an accident that day where I cracked my head open.
I'm
Now,
so sorry. I'm glad you're okay.
how can I have improper lane change if I was unconscious? Like, was no one there to record to see if I did an improper lane change? So how would anybody say this?
Were you and your vehicle found off the roadway?
No, we was in the middle of the road when it so if I crashed and I ran into the ground and it slid in the middle of the road, how is that an improper
I
lane
don't know,
change?
sir. If you're saying that's what happened, then obviously that might be a defense. So if you want to have a trial and testify to that, you're welcome to do that, Mr. Coleman.
Yes, I like to have a trial, but I want to ask another question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got my bike taken because they said I had no tag and insurance. How can I get my bike back? They was wrong for taking my bike when they said I didn't have to have a
Mr.
tag or
Coleman,
insurance.
so the court is not involved in impound. The police department that issued the
same
ticket.
police that said that I had no tag and
Let me
insurance.
finish talking
Yes.
to tell you. You asked me a
Yes,
question.
ma'am.
I'm trying to answer it for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have, and the court does not have your vehicle. The police department would have impounded it. And that's who you have to deal with about the impound.
So basically I got to sue them to get my bike back.
Sir, I can't give you advice about how to get it back. I can just tell you that that's the agency you have to deal with. Not
Yes, ma'am.
courts.
Yes, ma'am.
The court doesn't have your car. Police department impounded it.
Well, I take the no helmet because I was
Well,
guilty.
I mean, we can't resolve part of it today and try part of it later. So
Okay.
I can put them all on a trial calendar if that's what you would like, no problem.
Okay.
You still live on Courtney Drive in Forest Park.
Yes, ma'am.
So you'll get notice of when to appear for the trial calendar for these tickets. And at the trial, then if you want to explain all that business about what happened, the judge will listen. I promise. Okay.
Okay. I can ask you one last question.
Yes.
If I go, how can if let somebody else seen the accident happen, how can someone say it was an invalid lane change?
Well, I mean, Mr. Coleman, I don't know what the officer would say, and I can't really give you legal advice. So I don't know. I mean,
thank you.
You're welcome
I'm sorry.
to come and see what he or she's going to say, and you present your
ma'am.
side if you'd like, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Mr. Coleman.
All right. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ramona Conley.
No.
How can I get out of this?
Leave the meeting, Mr. Coleman.
Okay, I'm trying. Okay.
See it? Ramona Conley. All right, there was a Mr. Balayam. Let me see if I can find you, sir, on my calendar.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm actually not. I'm here with my nephew, Elijah. He is actually the one in court today, but I have to help him to get on Zoom.
Okay, let me find that case on my calendar.
Elijah Moneybar.
Oh, what is the last name?
Mulbah.
Oh, I see. Well, wait patiently on mute, and because I haven't got to the M's yet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Wayne Cooper. Cherish Cordova. Brian Cormier.
I'm present.
Oops, are you Miss Cordova?
Yeah.
Ms. Cordova, you had a tag violation in 2020. Is the tag valid now?
Yeah, the tag's valid. And I know, well, technically I still have that vehicle. I sold it, but it's still in my name, but it's valid.
Okay. Seatbelt violation, Ms. Hernandez, what are you recommending if she wants to resolve that today?
That would be a $15 fine, Your Honor.
I already paid that actually. I'd have to go back through my emails and find the receipt for that, but I paid it online.
And how long ago did you do that, ma'am?
Like a couple of days after I got it, and it like appeared online, like where I could pay it.
Well, I don't know what on earth, because we're not showing that payment, Ms. Cordova.
I mean, I can pay it again. It's no big deal. It's not that much, but I did pay it.
Do you have your receipt, you said?
I'd have to go through my emails and find it because I'm pretty sure like I got an email sent to me.
Yeah.
When I
We don't have a phone listed for you. Do you want the clerk to call you about that disconnect, or do you want me to just impose it and you pay it again? It's up to you. It's around 18 with surcharges.
If you could have the clerk contact me.
What's your phone number?
678-851-1666.
There's an Amber Alert. That's what the beep was. All right, so the clerk may call you about that, Ms. Cordova. Do you want to do guilty to that seatbelt thing then with that fine? But I'll made a note, and so has the supervisor from the traffic division about your position that you prepaid it. And so someone may call you for that payment information. So find that on your email. What is or in your phone, what is your email address as well, please?
So it's my last name and then my first name at gmail.com, CORDOVA, Cordova, and then CHERISH@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you. All right, the clerk will be in touch then about that issue and the tag case being dismissed. Ms. Hernandez, I forgot if I asked you.
Yes, Your Honor, it'll be dismissed.
Okay, all right. Any questions, Ms. Cordova?
No, that's it. Am I able to leave the Zoom meeting now though?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Brian Cormier. Carlos Correa. Maisha Cummings. Oh, she pled not guilty earlier. Jacob Cyrus.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Mr. Cyrus, you had a tag violation. Let's deal with that first. Is that vehicle have a valid tag now?
I actually sold the vehicle.
Okay. And you had a noise violation and improper turn at intersection. Ms. Hernandez, what are you asking on those two? Should he want to resolve them today?
The state would have moved to dismiss the tag and the noise violation. And for the improper turn on the intersection, it'll be a $50 fine.
Okay, so do you want to resolve everything today with a guilty or nolo to improper turn at an intersection? Mr. Cyrus, pay about 80 for that. She'll dismiss the other two, or plead not guilty to everything.
Guilty.
All right, what is your email, please? So we can email you payment instructions.
Jacob Cyrus 84 at Yahoo.
And let's see, Mr. Cyrus, I have an address for you on Kettle. It says Kettle Toft Court, Stockbridge. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. All right. We're not going to mail you anything unless you fail to pay, but you'll get an email later today with the payment instructions and the exact amount due. You can pay the amount due on or before March 4th, online or in person. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, I've dismissed that's on the improper turn. I'll dismiss the noise ticket and
She
the tag.
was in a 17 and he was class and he just asked her, did she have her work? She said, yeah.
Someone is not muted. Oh, the clerk took care of it. All right, any questions, Mr. Cyrus?
No, ma'am.
Take care, so you can sign off.
All right.
Your Honor, if I may, can I?
Oh,
get a
hang
small
on.
break? Oh, no, he can log off, but if I can
bye.
have a small break, Your Honor,
Please.
please.
Go ahead.
Okay.
If you need a break, you got to take a break. While we're waiting on her, let me just ask though, is there anyone else whose last name begins with C who is present?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I see you, Mr. Carter.
Okay.
Find you on my calendar.
I just don't know how to take
Oh,
my
I
hand
see you.
down.
I see you. It's okay. I don't need them. All right. You just had a tag ticket, Mr. Carter. Is the tag valid now?
Yes, ma'am, but I have to get in contact with the company I just left for them to
Was
show
it
me
a
give me
company
the record.
car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. She's going to dismiss it, I'm sure. So I'll go ahead and assume that and you can sign off. I'll dismiss it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else whose last name is C? Is Marisha Daniels present?
Yes, I'm here.
Ms. Daniels, you had some tag violations in 2020. Is your tag valid?
Yes, ma'am. I had the tag with me.
I see.
Nope, it was in the car and it was raining, so my paper tag got wet. That's why he put the that he couldn't read the paper tag legibly, and he had already printed the ticket and he couldn't take it back.
Can't take it back. All right.
The solicitor sent it out. So yes, I had the tag that day.
Okay, I understand. Sorry, Ms. Hernandez. I was just seeing who was here. So she had a tag. It just got wet. It was a paper tag. Are you willing to dismiss Ms. Daniels' 2 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll dismiss them, Ms. Daniels. You can go.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Anthony Davenport.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here, ma'am. How you doing? Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Davenport. You had tag ticket, tent violation, license not on person. You obviously have a license. You just allegedly didn't have it with you on that date in 2020. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I had my license, my tag from my trailer, but I had a couple of stents put in. I thought I was having a heart attack, and I didn't never get to put it on.
Okay, so that tag thing's resolved. You have a valid license, right?
Yes, ma'am. The thing about it, I showed the officer my license. You know, I had it on my phone, and I showed it to him, ma'am. And he said, "No, you're supposed to have your license, not on the phone." I said, "Sir, I don't talk no."
Well, it's okay. So what about tent? Was that?
I snatched that tent out the same day. I went back where I got it up there on Highway 85 in Riverdale. I said, "Man, I told you, man, to put the legal tent on him." So I got the tent. You know, I'm 67 years old. I don't know about that.
Me either.
But I got it.
I know what the statute says, but I wouldn't be able to tell. So it's been fixed, right?
Oh yeah, everything been fixed.
Right. My guess is Ms. Hernandez will dismiss your tickets then. Is that right, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Davenport, we're going to dismiss all 3.
All right. Y'all have a lovely day, and I thank you very much.
Take care, sir.
All right.
Bye now. Chiquita Davy present? Christina Davis? I see you, Miss Davis, or that you've lit up. Can you turn on video? There you are. Tag ticket. First of all, let me deal with that. Valid tag now.
Okay. Thank you.
So she'll call your name. She may have already called the calendar, but usually she's
Please
not
mute if you just signed on. All right, Ms. Davis, are you connected to audio? All right. Ms. Davis, do you have a valid tag? I can't hear you for some reason, Ms. Davis. Do you know how to use the chat feature? Tell me on chat if you have a valid tag, please. Because your audio is not working well. I see yes, that means yes, you have a valid tag. Okay, great. All right. And so is the state willing to dismiss that if she resolves too close ticket today, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And $50 recommendation for following too closely?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to plead guilty or NOLA to that and resolve that today? Pay around $80 by March 4th, Ms. Davis? All right. I'll accept your NOLA plea. Would you type your email also in the chat, and we'll email you the payment instructions with the exact amount due. All right, we got it. And you still live on Lee Street in Morrow? Okay. You'll get an email then with the payment information about the following too close. I'll dismiss the tag ticket. Any questions? All right, bye, Ms. Davis. Jerry Davis. Katriana Davis. Or something like that. I'm sure I mispronounced that first name. Kenesha Davis. George Davison. Del Vernon Debardel Laben, something like that. Willie Dill. I've already took care of that next person. Devontae Edwards. Franklin Edwards. James Edwards. Oh, who are you?
This is Franklin Edwards.
Okay. Mr. Edwards, let me deal with the tag ticket first. Do you have a valid tag now?
I don't recall this ticket, but if it's on the vehicle that I think it is.
It's a speeding ticket also on the same day. You remember that?
No, I don't recall. I actually didn't know I had called until I received the notification on Tuesday. I'm trying to recall what vehicle it is because I may have sold that vehicle, so I don't have that in my possession.
Okay. So these were tickets issued on October 13th of 2020. Allegedly, you were driving a 2005 Ford Taurus, gray in color.
Okay, I sold that vehicle. I don't have that vehicle in my possession anymore.
Okay, and this was on Highway 138 at Crown Way, alleged to have been speeding 66 and a 45 and having an expired tag. All right, so you don't own the vehicle now.
I don't.
All right. And Ms. Hernandez, what are you asking the court to do then on these tickets?
The state would move to dismiss the tag ticket, and for the speeding, it will be a $50 fine.
You want to resolve both of them today then by pleading guilty or nolo to the speeding, sir?
I wanted to know if it was possible to request a conference with the solicitor. Is that option available?
I can't send you to a breakout space with her because that stalls my whole court session.
Okay, understood.
What is it that you,
Wanted to see if the speed could be reduced.
oh, Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to modify the speed on a plea?
What
It's
was
alleged to be
the,
66 and a 45 right now.
yes, Your Honor. The state would reduce it to 59 in a 45.
Okay. So do you want to plead guilty to that reduced speed, Mr. Edwards, is what I'm understanding you to say, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So it's around $80 that will be due by March 4th, online or in person. Would you please either put in the chat or state your email?
Let me put that in the chat for you.
Okay. You'll get an email from the clerk at an address at claytoncountyga.gov later on today with the proper amount due and the payment instructions then for that. And I'll dismiss the tag ticket.
All right, give me 1 second here.
Make sure I see your email and then you can be excused.
Come on. I'm having some issues with the chat feature here. Okay.
All right, I see it. Thank you so much, Mr. Edwards. Any questions?
Oh, no, not at this time. Thank you.
All right, bye, sir. James Epps.
Present.
Mr. Epps, you had on July 4th, tag violation and defective tires. Do you still have that car?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a valid tag on there now?
Yes, ma'am.
Tires been updated?
Absolutely.
And then on August 20th of 2020, you had the same tag problem. Is that right?
That's correct.
And a traffic violation, traffic control device violation. All right, so Ms. Hernandez, if he wants to resolve the August tickets today by entering a guilty or nolo to the traffic control device violation, what is your recommendation?
The state would recommend a $50 fine.
And are you willing to dismiss the other tickets if he resolves everything today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to plead guilty or nolo to that traffic control device violation, pay around $80 by March 4th, Mr. Epps? Sorry, there's some background noise.
Aquí arribita hay un nombre, ¿no?
Hernandez,
Chile.
hang on, it's
Very
somebody else.
fire.
Ms. Jeffers, it's Luis Leyva Flores who's not muted.
Okay, I'll find her.
Do you want to make me a co-host and then I can, if I see these folks, I'll mute them too?
Sure, I can do that.
All right. Lord, y'all. Now I'm seeing Sabrina Jackson's Facebook page.
Oh, how you doing?
All right, am I a co-host yet?
Not yet, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Let me find you, here we go.
Ms. Maynard, you're not muted. There you are now. Okay. All right, let me go back. Mr. Epps, guilty or nolo to traffic control device violation or not guilty to those two tickets from August?
Guilty.
All right, what is your email, please? You want to put it in the chat?
Can I say that's JEPPS1224@gmail.com.
All right, because I had the clerk doing something else. I'm going to write it down. JEPPS1224@gmail.com.
Correct.
Okay, great. All right, we'll email you then the payment amount due and instructions to that email later on today. That amount will be due by March 4th to the clerk. Everything else will be dismissed. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, bye, Mr. Epps.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.
Thanks. Shakaya Epps. Patrick Evans. Nina Azinwa. Anybody whose last name began with A, B, C, D, or E that I haven't talked to?
Your Honor.
Mr. Bostic, is that your name on the screen?
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay. We'll pretend I'm in the Army and you can call me sir.
I'm sorry.
All right. So tag violation, intent violation from 2020. Are both of those issues now fixed by you?
I have no idea what that is. I'm trying to have a recollection on it.
July 27th of 2020, Mr. Bostic. The ticket was issued by an Clayton County police officer. On that date, you were apparently at an address on Mount Zion Road, and allegedly anyway, and it says either no expired or invalid tag on a Dodge 2012 Dodge Challen. I don't know what kind of car that is. Challen. Is that ringing a bell now?
I don't have that vehicle. I don't own that vehicle.
Did you were you driving that vehicle on that day?
No, ma'am. A Dodge Challen?
I don't know. That's what it says. Challen.
Your Honor, I believe it's a Challenger, just sometimes it doesn't fit in.
Duh. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Ms. Hernandez. You have a Dodge Challenger?
Yes, ma'am. That vehicle was coming from an auction and was sold, and I provided all of the bill of sale to the officer, but he never, I mean, they didn't take it. They just charged me for that. But I mean, that vehicle was sold.
Okay. So, Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with these two tickets?
The state would move to dismiss both citations.
All right, Mr. Bostic. She'll dismiss them and I'll let her do that. But listen, even if you are driving a car for delivery or taking it to auction, make sure everything's good on it or you'll get the ticket, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, bye.
All right, thank you.
Michael Favors.
Is she going to talk to me later, or is it done?
No, I'll dismiss them. You can go, Mr.
Right,
Bostic. Michael Favors. Marcel Fernandez Cedeno.
Present.
Sir, tag violation, expired license. Has all that been fixed?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, will you dismiss his two tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss them, sir. You're free to go.
Sorry, I don't speak English very well.
Oh, would you tell him, Ms. Hernandez, is Spanish, Espanol?
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, will you tell him?
Sí, señor Marcel, como ya arregló ese problema de los tickets, lo vamos a retirar y usted ya no tiene que pagar.
Ah, ok, sí, porque tenía varios tickets y entonces yo tengo aquí como demostrar mi bill of sale. No sé si me puedes ver.
No, no lo puedo ver, pero está bien, ya los vamos a retirar. Porque era
ok.
lo de la placa y era lo de la licencia.
Sí, Ya tengo mi licencia, solo que
Okay.
ese día, ajá, aquí está todos mis papeles en regla.
Okay.
Mire, ajá.
Bueno, está bien. Entonces con eso sí ya vamos a retirar los tickets que tiene usted.
Muchísimas gracias.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Vernon Finch. Jakira Finley.
Good morning, I'm here.
Ms. Finley, tag violation and following too close. Is the tag valid now?
Yes, I actually sold the car.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking for $50 fine if she wants to resolve the following too close with guilty or nolo today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to do that, Ms. Finley?
If I do guilty, it'll put points on my license, right?
True. Nolo might save you from points.
Okay, I'm gonna do nolo.
All right. What's your email, please, ma'am?
It's jakiraf1@gmail.
Okay, you'll get an email later on today with the correct amount due. It's around $80 and the payment instructions, and it will be due by March 4th. The tag violation's dismissed. Any questions?
Okay. No questions. Thank you.
All right, bye, Ms. Finley.
Bye-bye.
Xavier Fleming.
Hello?
Hi, are you Mr. Fleming?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you had tag violation. Has that been resolved, the tag issue?
Yes, I don't even have that car anymore. I actually sold that car.
Okay, failing to signal when turning and a seatbelt. Ms. Hernandez, what are you asking on those two tickets?
For the tag, I would move to dismiss it. For the seatbelt, the state would move to dismiss that citation. And then for the failure to use the turn signal, it'll be a $50 fine.
So if you want to resolve the turn signal ticket, Mr. Fleming, today, then it's 50 plus surcharges and she'll dismiss the other two. So you could plead guilty or nolo to that. If you want to plead not guilty, that would be to all three tickets and I would move it to a trial calendar. What would you like to do?
So can I ask you a question first, Your Honor? Because
Yes.
so the day of this incident, like I really didn't remember. I remember exactly what happened. So I was pulling in, I had my turn signal light on. I was pulling into the gas station. It was two different officer units sitting outside the gas station. When I pulled in, I had the seatbelt on, I parked at the pump. I'm getting out the car. They put our guns at me and said, get back in the car. So I'm just trying to figure out at what point is this like, at what point, like, because they said, and then when I asked why is the guns out, like all this, his reason was we're trying to get out the car without the seatbelt. Some mess about I didn't have on my seatbelt. And I'm like, I'm in a parked car. I didn't know I was authorized to have on a seatbelt in a parked car at a pump. Because they was coming out of the gas station. So as soon as he was getting in the car, he put out his gun on me.
Mr. Fleming, hang on. I hear what you're saying. This is a sheriff's department ticket. And
with Clayton County? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I know. I see it. And, all I know to tell you is they tend to be a little more aggressive than the police department in some circumstances. I don't obviously know, Mr. Fleming. I wasn't there. I don't know what their reasoning was for doing anything. I mean, you are certainly welcome to come back and see if they show up for trial and try to explain all that.
Definitely, because the lieutenant
tell
and the
your
sergeant
side
came
of that story, and whatever Judge Jones Parker wants to do, because this would be on her calendar, she would do. But it's up to you.
Oh yes, I definitely would like to do that because, like I said, the lieutenant and the sergeant came down and actually released me. They the ones that I was originally not going to even get a ticket for anything because when they realized what had happened, they knew they messed up and they was like, just let them go because they were supposed to tow the car. He told me we supposed to tow the car because we don't know if you have valid insurance because the car's not registered. He said, but we're gonna let you go and just try because they had us in the back of the cop car and everything, the whole nine. And then they found out I worked for Joe Biden, and then the guy got scared. Because I called somebody I knew, and then he was like, "Oh, well, we're just gonna let you go."
What, Mr. Fleming? Hang on, I don't need to hear all about that today. But, you know, I'm going to we will move it to a trial calendar.
All right,
You need
thank
to
you.
just make sure your address is always good because you'll get notice in the mail of when to come back for that. Is right now I show Union Woods Way in Union City. That's
No, ma'am. I stay in Sandy Springs.
all right.
That's my mother's address. She the one actually sent me the
Do
letter.
you want to give us your address, please, so you get the notice for the trial date?
You can leave it at there because she actually I don't check my mail as much. I don't be at home as much. So I just leave it at her address because I know for a fact she'll get it and send it to me.
That's up to you. So the notice will be sent to that address and it'll be in front of Judge Jones Parker. We'll, you know, whatever sheriff's deputies might show up will show up. Sometimes they don't come, and then the case is resolved that way. If they come to court, they'll testify. Then you can ask them questions. Then you can testify if you want to, and then the judge can decide what to do. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Mr. Fleming.
All right. Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
good one. Bye.
Jordan Flowers. Jessica Floyd. Adekunle Falami.
You said Luis Flores?
Not yet, sir. I
Okay.
have not said that name. Adekunle Falami. Eddie Freeman. Rosanna Gardner. Kelly Garner. Mario Gaston. Tiffany Gates. Eddie Germany. Jamara Gibson. Debbie Gist. Talia. Yes. What is your name?
Jamaica Gibson.
Okay. Ms. Gibson, tag and temp violations in 2020. Have those issues been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And Ms. Hernandez, are you asking if she wants to resolve the traffic control violation for a $50 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to plead guilty or no to that, Ms. Gibson? Pay around 80 with surcharges?
Yes, ma'am. No law.
All right. What is your email? Do you want to put it in the chat or tell me?
It's Gibson.jamaica@gmail.com.
You'll get an email that tells you the exact amount due. It'll be due by March the 4th. And you can pay online or in person. The email address that you'll get the email from is from the clerk's office from claytoncountyga.gov. And I just need to make sure I have your address. We're not gonna mail you anything unless you fail to pay. So I need to make sure it's current though. We have 1590 Potomac Court, Atlanta.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, so no low on that ticket. The other two are dismissed. You'll get an email.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye, Ms. Gibson. Talia Goodrum. James Gordon. Daniel Govan. Kaya Gray. Jasmine Gutierrez Consuelo. It's probably good. Well, anyway, some combination of those three names. Derecia Hall. Shandy Hannah. Cassandra Hardaway.
I'm present.
Ms. Hardaway, you had a tag violation and license not on person. You have a valid license,
Yes, ma'am.
valid tag now.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you dismiss both her tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll dismiss them, Ms. Hardaway. You can sign off. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Dinah Hardy.
Dina Hardy, I'm here.
Oh, sorry, Ms. Hardy. Tag violation and stop sign. Let's talk about the tag first. You had a valid tag now.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, are you asking the court to impose a $50 fine if she wants to resolve her stop sign ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Round 80 with surcharges if you plead guilty or no low. Do you want to do that?
I want to plead not guilty, but I don't want to go through all that, hearing and stuff. So I just probably want to just do NOLO, I guess. Because
Okay.
I don't believe I ran that stop sign. I would show my houses. I'm a realtor. So.
Well, NOLO means you're not contesting but not admitting guilt. So we can do that if you'd like, Ms. Hardy.
Okay, thank you.
All right, what is your email? Do you want to state it or put it in the chat?
Dina Hardy, DINAHARDY 21 @gmail.
Okay. You'll get an email later on today with the payment instruction information, and it'll be around $80 due by March 4th.
Thank you.
Plantation Parkway, Fayetteville, still correct?
Yes.
I won't mail you anything unless you fail to pay.
Okay.
The other tag tickets, null prost, any questions or dismissed? Any questions?
That's fine. No more questions. Thank
Bye,
you.
Ms. Hardy. Bye now.
Bye. Have a good day.
Asia Harris. Quentin Harris. Randy Harris. Trinette Harris. Jarvis Hayes. Robert Haynes. Quentin Haywood. Joseph Hill. Malaysia Hills. Marcus Hinton. Sharice Hitchcock.
I'm here.
Ms. Hitchcock, do you have a valid tag on the vehicle that you were ticketed in 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Hernandez, are you asking the court to impose a $50 fine and surcharges if she wants to resolve her stop sign ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to plead guilty or NOLO, pay around $80 for that one, Ms. Hitchcock, or plead not guilty to both tickets?
NOLO.
What is your email?
whitesharice68@gmail.com.
You'll get an email later on today that has the payment instruction information and the exact amount due, Ms. Hitchcock, from an address at claytoncountyga.gov. And do you still live on Labrador Lane in Riverdale?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that fine is imposed on the stop sign. I accepted the NOLO. The tag ticket's dismissed. Any questions?
Thank you so much. No, ma'am. Have a wonderful day.
Bye, Ms. Hitchcock.
Joseph Hill, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hill. Let me go back and find you. Mr. Hill, you had improper display of a tag, failing to register, and some other tag thing. Is all of that been resolved?
It has, yes, ma'am.
So you got a good tag, it's on the car, car's registered, whatever.
Yes, ma'am. It's a tractor trailer, the company I work for.
Oh, goodness. Well, they didn't do you any favors not keeping that up to date. Ms. Hernandez, you dismissing his 3 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Mr. Hill. All 3.
Thank you.
All right, you can go.
Bye-bye.
Christian Holland. Mr. Holland, tag violation and failing to get a tag within 30 days or whatever the time period is of moving here. Do you have a tag?
Yes, I corrected everything, Your Honor.
Okay. Now speeding 16 to 20 over, Ms. Hernandez, what are you asking for the court to do if he wants to resolve that today?
The state would recommend a $50 fine.
Do you want to plead guilty or no to that one and pay around $80, Mr. Holland, with surcharges to our clerk?
Yes, I plead no. Yes.
All right. May we have your email address, please, sir, so we can email you the payment instructions?
Okay. It's CHRISSTIAN and my last name Holland, HOLLAND @gmail.com.
You'll get an email then later on today with the payment instruction information for that ticket, Mr. Holland, and the exact amount due. As I said, it should be somewhere right around $80. Might be a little less or a little more. And you can pay it online or in person by March 4th. And get to your case on my calendar so I can pull up the address we have for you. I just need to verify that. Here you are. Do you live on Lehigh Boulevard in Decatur still?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Oh, Your Honor.
Bye, Mr. Holland.
All right.
Tamika Holloway.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Ms. Holloway, you had tag violation and defective equipment tickets in 2020. Have both of those issues been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez?
The state would move to dismiss the citations.
All right, I'll dismiss both of them, Ms. Holloway. Take care. Bye now.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Shaquina Holmes. Philip Hughes. Charlie Ingram. Sabrina Jackson.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here. I'm right here. Hey.
Hi, Ms. Jackson. Tag violation and license not on person from 2020. Is the tag issue resolved now?
Yes, ma'am. Everything is perfect.
And Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss that and the license not on person tickets then?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll dismiss both of them, Ms. Jackson. You can sign off.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed one, okay?
Thanks.
Okay.
Tavante Jackson. Sabrina Jackson. Oh, that's who I just talked to. Talia Jackson. Melinda Jefferson.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Ms. Jefferson, tag ticket, that's issue hopefully has been resolved by now.
Yes, the car was repossessed.
Oh, gosh.
It was my son's car.
Right. Okay. Following too close. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking for a $50 fine and surcharges?
Yes,
If
Your
she
Honor.
wants to resolve that today. Do you want to resolve that with a guilty or no low plea today, Ms. Jefferson, and pay around $80 by March 4th?
It was actually an accident, so I would like to put in a not guilty plea.
Okay. I can't dismiss the tag today if we're going to put it on a trial calendar, but you can talk to the judge about that when it comes back up. Ms. Jefferson, I just need to confirm that I have your correct address. Give me 1 second to pull up what I have. Because they're going to send you notice in the mail of the court date for the trial. Are you on Terra Boulevard, apartment 4B in Jonesboro still?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if your address changes before you get noticed, there's a form on the clerk state court portion of the county website to update your address, okay?
Okay.
All right, look for that mail to come back to court. This is Judge Hayward's case, so you'll see a court date to appear for her on the trial, okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye, Ms. Jefferson.
Bye-bye.
Deanna Johnson. Jaleel Johnson. Quincy Johnson. Timmy Johnston. Angela Jones. Ashanti Jones. Robert Jones. Antoine Jordan. Tony Jordan. Jeffrey Kemp. Melvin Kendrick. Christopher Knight. Raymond was waived on Knowles, so that needs to go on a trial calendar, Ms. Jeffers. Karen Knox. Arkesha Lawrence, or Keisha maybe.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
My name's Cedric Hall. I know you said to let you know if our last name started with something that you already passed.
Find you, Mr. Hall, if I got you on the calendar.
I was told that I was added to this calendar. It wasn't originally scheduled for this.
What? Okay. Cedric is your first name.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your middle name, Mr. Hall?
William.
There you are. All right. This was a tag ticket. Is that tag now been, tag problem been corrected?
Yes, ma'am. I corrected the tag problem, but I have since sold the car.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss this ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll dismiss it, Mr. Hall.
Thank you.
All right. Bye now. Now, Mr. Leyva Flores.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need someone to speak Spanish with you? Is your English good?
Do you guys somebody speak Spanish?
Okay. So, Ms. Hernandez, would you inquire of him if his tag and tent issues have been corrected?
Buenos días, señor. Usted tiene dos tickets. Uno es de la placa que estaba vencida y el otro era de en las ventanas las tiene muy oscuras. ¿Usted ya arregló esos dos problemas?
Yo traté de arreglarlos, pero las cortes estaban cerradas. Entonces el sheriff quedó de mandarme los tickets, nunca me llegaron.
Ok, pero ya tiene la placa, ya está corriente.
Yo no tengo carro ahora mismo.
Ya no tiene ese carro.
No, ya no.
Ok, y ahorita no tiene carro.
No.
Okay. Your Honor, he said he no longer owns that vehicle and that currently he does not have a vehicle.
Okay. Are you going to dismiss his tickets?
Yes, Your Honor, based on that information.
All right. Would you mind telling him that I'll dismiss both tickets then?
Sí, entonces lo que va a pasar, como usted ya no tiene el carro, la juez va a retirar los tickets que tiene, entonces usted ya no se tiene que preocupar de nada.
Ok, muchas gracias.
De nada. Que tenga buen día.
Gracias.
Levi.
Me quitaron los cargos. Me retiraron los
Señor,
tickets.
si se puede salir del chat, ya lo podemos escuchar.
Ok, gracias.
Levi Lavelle, I don't know. Wayne Long. Kenneth Lynch.
Long is here, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Long, you had obstructing a plate partially at least and a decal issue. You have a valid tag on that vehicle if you still own it, and is the plate no longer obstructed?
Yes, ma'am. I always have a tag. I have free tags from the government on all of my cars because I'm a veteran. But the officer still give me the ticket, so I guess
It may not have, I don't know what the issue theoretically was. It says decal. Was the decal maybe not on it or covered up?
Yeah, this is it here, ma'am.
There's your decal.
I took a picture.
All right. And so did you have some kind of frame on the plate that you've taken off now?
Yes, ma'am. It was a clear frame, but it's all
okay. All right, Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss both of his tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, Mr. Long. You can go.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. You have a
You're
good
welcome. Bye-bye. Kenneth Lynch. David Madison. Justin Mahone or Mahoney. Terry Mahone or Mahoney. Leah Maynor.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
All right. In 2020, ma'am, you had tag, ticket, and headlight covering problem. Have those issues been resolved?
Yes, ma'am. They were resolved.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss those two tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Maynor, since you're here, this isn't on the calendar, but you had a falling too close ticket this year. Do you want to resolve that with guilty or NOLO, pay around $80?
Yes, ma'am. I'm guilty.
Okay. What is your email so we can email you payment instructions for that ticket?
Okay, it's my first and last name, Leah Maynor, 1@gmail.com.
So you'll get an email with the payment instructions on that from an address at Clayton County GA.gov. Are you still living on O'Hara Drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I said this was a ticket this year, but it was right at the end of 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
That resolves that. You have a date on the ticket for February 17th. So since that's resolved, you don't have to come for that date, okay?
So I don't have to come on February the 17th?
Right.
So I can just pay it once I get the instructions and stuff, I can pay it?
Right. Yeah, and that'll be due by March 4th.
Okay.
And the other two are dismissed. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
And you have a
Bye,
great
Ms.
day.
Maynor. Thank you. Brian Malcolm.
Hey, I'm right here.
Hey, Mr. Malcolm, you had some tag problems and a tent violation in 2020. Have those issues now been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss his two tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, Mr. Malcolm. You can go.
All right.
All right, bye. Ryan Margram. La Quinta Mayo. Stephen McClarty. Janiyah McCrory. Jamal McDaniel.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Mr. McDaniel, you had a tag and headlight covering violation. Have those two issues been corrected on your vehicle?
Yes, they've been corrected and I've since sold that vehicle.
Do you want to dismiss both of those then, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss them, Mr. McDaniel. You can go.
Okay, thank you. You have a blessed day.
Welcome. Bye. Takai McDonald.
Yes, I'm here.
Ms. McDonald, this was some kind of tag stuff on a dealer car. Were you working for the dealer?
It was a what?
It says improper dealer tag or invalid tag and license not on person.
Is that from 2020?
2020.
2020?
Let's see.
Do you know the model of that car?
I'll look for it.
Okay.
Okay, this was on October 14th of 2020. It was on Terra Boulevard near Flint River Road. It was a 1995 Honda Accord gray in color.
Oh, okay. Yes, I had faced that problem.
Okay, so do you own that car?
Yes, I own it.
It has a valid tag issued to you now.
Yes.
Okay. You have a valid license. You just supposedly didn't have it with you that day.
Yes, ma'am. I remember, yes.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, since she's corrected all of that, has a valid license, are you going to dismiss her 3 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Ms. McDonald, you do have another case, but I can't resolve that today because it involves some charges that might result in a suspension of your license. Those, you'll get notice of when to appear for those in front of Judge.
Oh, okay, because
Those were
I'm
from
sorry, ma'am.
November of 21. Listen,
Okay.
just make sure the clerk always has your correct address. Right now, we show Avery Drive in Jonesboro.
Yes, ma'am. I'm still there. I believe that that's why I was here for court. I thought that's why I was here for court.
Yeah, no, those are not on my calendar. Those will be on a different calendar before a different judge, and you'll get notice in the mail. If your address changes, update your address on the clerk state court portion of the county website, so you get notice of when to show up for that, okay?
Okay, is it soon? Do it say or?
There's no court date scheduled right now, or I would tell you what it was. I don't see one right now.
Okay, so there's no way I can just go to the dealership and go get my license reinstated.
I don't know, Miss McDonald.
Okay.
Let me see. I actually show that you have counsel appointed for you on that. It's Lister, Holt, and Dennis. Whether you can reach them by phone, I don't know. I have people complain about that, but I'll give you their phone number. You ready?
Actually, give me a sec. Is that a pen? Yeah, I got a pen. Hold on. Yes, ma'am. What's the number?
770-210-8200.
And you said this is Lister and Holt?
Yes. So maybe
Okay.
someone will answer their phone and can connect you up to whoever's assigned your case. And they're
Oh,
going to give you advice about that case, okay?
okay. Thank
All
you.
right. Yes, ma'am. Bye now. Darnessa McDowell. Benny McFarland. Destiny McGee. Wow. Got to have the calendar here. Anthony McIntyre. Enriquez McKee. Rati McKinnon.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor. Good morning.
Hey, you had a decal violation and tent violation. Have those 2 issues been fixed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss these 2 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, Mr. McKinnon. You can sign off.
Thank you. Have a great evening, Your Honor.
Thanks. Troy McLaughlin,
Yes, I'm here.
you had some tag issues. Have those been resolved, Mr. McLaughlin?
Yes.
And have you updated your address on your driver's license? So your current address is on there?
Yes.
Are you willing to dismiss his 3 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss them.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye now. Bridget McLemore. Raymond McNeil. Oh, I saw you, Mr. McNeil.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. McNeil, you had a tag light and a tail light issue. Are those both resolved now? You got those corrected?
Yes.
Are you going to dismiss his 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, Mr. McNeil.
Thank you.
All right, bye now.
Have a blessed day.
Thanks. Raymond Medina.
At the middle of the morning, it'll feel like it's in the upper 20s, and then by the afternoon, we still have a bit of
Gervais or Harvey Milford. Brandon Miller.
Your Honor,
Yes.
this is Bridget McLemore. I'm sorry, my unmute would not work at the moment.
All right. I go back and find you, Miss McLemore. Ms. McLemore, you had a tag violation and a stop sign violation in 2020. Is the tag issue now corrected?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hernandez, are you asking the court impose a $50 fine and surcharges if she wants to resolve the stop sign with guilty or no low today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to plead guilty or no low to that ticket, Ms. McLemore? Or not
I
guilty?
will plead guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. May we please have your email address so we can email you some payment instructions?
Let me spell it. It's my first and last initial, BM, P as in Priscilla, RISCILLA, the number 1 at gmail.com.
All right. So be looking for an email from ClaytonCountyGA.gov. The exact amount due, it's around $80 by March 4th. It can be paid online or in person by that date. And the other ticket, that's for the stop sign, and the other ticket is being dismissed. Let me make sure I have your correct address. I'm not going to mail you anything unless you fail to pay, but I have to verify your address. Are you still on Night Court in College Park?
Yes, ma'am. Apartment C.
Yes. All right. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Take care, Miss McLemore. Bye now.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
Jasmine Mitchell. Imani Mobley or Mobley.
I'm here.
Oh, Miss Mobley, you had tag issues in 2020. Have those issues been fixed?
Yes, it has been fixed, and also it wasn't my vehicle, so it's back at the dealership with the father of my child.
I see. Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with her 2 tickets?
Given that information, Your Honor, the state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right, we'll dismiss both of them, Miss Mobley. You can go.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks. Troy Moody. John Moore. Lily Morgan. Moses is an inmate, so he's going to appear on somebody's jail calendar at some point. Miss Hernandez. D'Angelo Moses. Terrence Moses.
Medina here, Your Honor.
Mr. Medina, you had a tag issue and failing to update the address on your license. Have you corrected all of those issues?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss all 3 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss them, Mr. Medina. You can go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ramona Mosley.
I'm here, Your Honor.
You had a tag or decal issue. You have a valid tag on the vehicle now, Ms. Mosley.
I did update that tag, but I now no longer have the vehicle.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, you asking if she wants to resolve the stop sign case for a $50 fine and surcharges?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd
Do you
like to plead
want
no
to
low on
plead
that.
guilty or nolo to that, ma'am?
Nolo,
Or
please.
not guilty?
Nolo.
All right, so it's around $80 actually that'll be due by March 4th, Ms. Mosley. Do you want to please state your email or you can put it in the chat area?
It's ROMONA0802
Look for an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov, and it will have the exact amount due by March 4th to be paid online or in person here at the Clayton County Courthouse. The decal ticket is dismissed. Do you still live on Dorchester Drive in Rex?
No, ma'am, but my mother owns that house, so I can still get mail there.
Okay. Any questions about anything?
No, thank you.
All right. Bye, Ms. Mosley.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Carl Moss.
Yes, ma'am. Carl Moss.
Oh, Moss, you got quite a cluster of tickets. So let's start with the ones from September of 2020. You had a tag violation, no turn signal. I guess that means you moved on the road without turning or something, and a stop sign ticket. So is the vehicle, whatever vehicle that was, have a valid tag now?
I don't own that vehicle anymore, but
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, let's talk about those 3 tickets. What are you asking for if he wants to try to resolve those today with guilty or nolo?
The state would dismiss the tag citation and the no turn signal citation and recommend a $50 fine for the stop sign.
Do you want to resolve those 3 tickets with a guilty or nolo to the stop sign? Pay around $80 for that one, Mr. Moss?
Yes, ma'am. I do Nolo.
Okay. All right. Then you had on March 14th of 2021, improper backing and improper passing and distracted driving for allegedly operating a vehicle with a phone or something in your hand. So on that is the first question is if you have a hands-free device or Bluetooth capability in the vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so that's usually dismissed then, but do you want to resolve the other ticket or tickets with a guilty or nolo plea?
I like to plead Nolo again, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, are you wanting him to resolve both or one of those with a plea?
State would dismiss the improper backing and recommend a $50 fine for the improper passing.
Okay. So I'll take the nolo on improper passing. The other 2 counts on that will be dismissed. And it's going to again be somewhere around $80 for that one. Then on October 1st of 2021, you had a ticket for following too closely. Do you want to resolve that with guilty or nolo as well today?
I like to do Nolo again, ma'am, please.
Okay. And Ms. Hernandez, are you recommending the typical $50 fine for that one?
Yes, Your Honor.
So Mr. Moss, you'll have around $80 due on 3 tickets. And the other counts or tickets will all be dismissed. And you'll have all that due by March 4th. And what's your email?
carlmoss2020@gmail.com.
So expect an email later today from an address at claytoncountyga.gov. And you can pay all of this online or in person by March 4th. I have an address for you on Hilda Circle in Decatur. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
We won't mail you anything unless you fail to pay. Do you have any questions about all of that, Mr. Moss?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, sir. You can go.
All right. Thank you.
Elijah Mulbaugh. Jaquatame Muse.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. My device was.
It's all right. And you're Mr. Mulbaugh, correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a tag on your car now, sir?
Yes, I'm no longer using that car anymore.
I see. Do you have a full Class C regular driver's license now?
Yes, ma'am. Just a moment.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss these 2 tickets for Mr. Mulbach?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, sir. You can go.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye now. Katrina Nicholas. Ruby Nixon. Antoine Norris.
Antoine, yes, ma'am.
Sorry, Mr. Norris.
You're fine.
So you had from August of 2020 a tag violation and a speeding ticket. So is the tag problem been fixed?
Yes, ma'am. The dealership had delayed my tag being sent to me. They didn't extend the drive out, but I have all that taken care of now.
Great. And do you want to try to resolve the speeding with guilty or nolo? You ask him for the typical $50 fine for that one, Ms. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to enter a guilty or nolo plea to that ticket, Mr. Norris?
I can do the nolo plea for the ticket.
All right. Now, you had a ticket on March 16th of 2021 as well for a traffic control device violation. Are you asking again, Ms. Hernandez, for the typical $50 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to resolve that one today with guilty or nolo plea, Mr. Norris?
Nolo. So that's and let me just make sure I understand what I just heard. So it's two separate tickets. So you were saying, it'd be about $80 a piece, so maybe like 160 for the 2 total.
Right
Okay,
around there.
Yes, ma'am. That's
Can you pay all that by March 4th, a month from now?
yes, ma'am. That should be fine.
Okay, what is your email so we can email you the payment information?
Okay, it's going to be ANTUINEN@gmail.
All right, and do you still live on Lindsay Drive in Macon?
Yes, ma'am. That's my parents' address. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you'll get an email then with the payment information on it. You can pay it online or in person by March 4th. It'll have the exact amount due on there as well. Any questions?
No. So let me ask you this. So since these 2 separate tickets, so like if I were to come in and pay them, could I pay like one and then come back and pay the other as long as they're both paid by that time, or do I have to pay them at the same time?
No, you can pay them separately. It just all has to be paid by March 4th.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
Okay. And I think I forgot to ask you, but I don't remember, Ms. Hernandez, you're going to dismiss the tag one, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Bye, Mr. Norris.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. Kirsten Obasi.
Yes, ma'am, present.
Hi, you had some license plate and decal issues on your vehicle in 2020. Has that all been resolved, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you dismiss her 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss them. Take
Thank
care.
you. You all have a blessed day.
Amar Okran. Fitzgerald Okonwo. Audrey Orown. I don't know. Figure out how to work my mouth around that one. Oladare Osananlu. Brandon Parker. Latara Parker.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Ms. Parker, you had tag issue in 2020. Has the tag problem been corrected?
Yes, ma'am, I took care of it on the day of.
All right, you have a valid license with your current address on it now?
Yes, ma'am, same thing on the day of.
All right, so are you willing to go ahead and dismiss all 3, including license not on person, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll dismiss them, Ms. Parker. You can go.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
Jordan Phillips. Marco Finizzi.
Right here, Your Honor.
tag violation, license not on person in 2020. Have those issues, you have a valid license, I presume, Mr. Fennessy,
Yes, ma'am.
and the tag problem has been corrected, I hope?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to dismiss those 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
In January of 2022, Mr. Fennessy, about a month ago, a little less than a month ago, you had an improper backing ticket. Do you want to resolve that with the guilty or nolo today, so you don't have to come back for that, pay around set $80 with surcharges?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you want to do, guilty or nolo?
Hello.
What's your email so we can email you the payment instructions, please?
Marco Lyons, Lyons 602 @gmail.
So you'll get an email later today from an address at claytoncountyga.gov with those payment instructions and the exact amount due. It's around $80 because of surcharges. You used to live on Baxley Court in College Park.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the payment will be due by March 4th. Any questions? The other 2 tickets are dismissed.
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Zonia Pena de Angeles.
Yes, ma'am. My mother's present here. I'll translate for her.
Well, we're lucky because the prosecutor speaks Spanish. So,
okay.
All right. So we have tag problems from 2020. Have those been corrected?
Yes. Well, do you want me to tell her?
You can tell me if you want to, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. She did get a tag on the vehicle, but she no longer has it.
Okay. There were 3 child restraint tickets. Ms. Hernandez, what are you asking for those?
The state would be willing to dismiss 2 of the citations and then recommend a $50 fine on the 3rd.
So would you inquire of Ms. Pena de Angeles if she wants to plead guilty or no contest to 1 of the child restraint tickets and pay around $50? I think this one doesn't get surcharges. You want to ask her, her daughter want to ask her that for us?
Oh, yeah. Dice que de los 2 cargos de las placas te los van a quitar, pero dice que si te vas a poner culpable o así como no lo por los cargos de los niños.
Pues
Por la silla de los niños.
es que dile que me dejaste ahí porque no se podía
Sí,
poner
pero te
así.
tienes que poner
Culpable.
culpable o no. Yo le digo, te puedes poner no,
No,
porque no estabas manejando en la calle.
no.
She said she would like to place herself NOLO because she said she wasn't driving on the street.
Estaba ahí en un
Was the
shopping.
vehicle moving even on a private area, ma'am?
It was on the parking lot from a store.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
still illegal, so please make sure she understands that.
Okay.
All right, so all the tickets are dismissed. It's around $50 due by March 4th for one of the tickets. And would you type in or tell us an email address to send her the payment instructions for that 1 ticket?
Okay. Email. I know it's her first name and her last name is Zonia Pena. And
135.
it's Zonia Pena 135 @gmail.com.
All right, thank you for your help. We'll send her an email with the payment instructions. The payment will be due by March 4th. Does Ms. Pena still live on Shadowwood Drive?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any questions?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Thank you for your help, young lady. Y'all can go.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Have a good day, ma'am.
All right, Robert Porter. Sierra Pritchett.
Excuse me, Judge. Have you already called Brandon Parker?
Probably. Let me find you, Mr. Parker, on my calendar. Yes, sir. Sir, you had a tag problem and a registration problem. This was in 2020. Have those issues been corrected?
Yes, ma'am. I no longer own the vehicle.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, will you dismiss Mr. Parker's tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them both, Mr. Parker. You can go.
Oh, thanks a bunch. Y'all have a great one.
Thank you. Jermaine Protho. Celestine Quimby.
Here, Your Honor.
Ms. Quimby, you had tag and defective equipment tickets in 2020. Have those issues both been resolved?
Yes, Your Honor. I resolved and I no longer own that vehicle. But the other ticket and what is improper?
Improper lane change.
Yes, I'm pleading not guilty on that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can't dismiss part of it today, but that might happen when you come back. So I'm going to indicate not guilty pleas on all three, so it can all go on a trial calendar. You'll get notice in the mail when to come back, Ms. Quimby. Just make sure your address is always correct with our clerk. You got notice to come today, so I guess we must have your current address on. I just have a PO box. Is it?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Look for notice to come in the mail to when to appear in front of Judge Jones Parker for your traffic trial. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye, Ms. Quimby.
Right. Bye-bye.
Valerie Rags. Eric Ramirez Colmenares.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
My name is Marvin Brown. Just wondering if you've already called me.
Well, I'm sure I did about an hour or two ago, Mr. Brown. Let me see if I've got you.
I do apologize.
Mr. Brown, license not on person, tag violations, and traffic control violation. So tag and license issues are resolved. Those are all good now.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to resolve the traffic control device violation ticket with a guilty or no low plea and pay around $80?
I would like to plead NOLO.
What is your email, please, so we can email you payment instructions?
mjbrown410@gmail.com.
You'll get an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov later today with the payment information. It's around $80 due on March 4th. Are you still living on Flat Shoals Road in College Park in an apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're not gonna mail you anything unless you fail to pay. The other two tickets are dismissed, Ms. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions, Mr. Brown?
No.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Olivia Ramirez.
Hey, how you doing, Your Honor? We're here.
Okay, so Ms. Ramirez had a seatbelt violation, decal problem on the tag. Is the tag valid now?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with her two tickets?
The state would recommend a $15 fine for the seatbelt violation and move to dismiss the tag.
All right. And so are you her relative translating for us, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I'm her son.
Okay. Would you ask your mom if she wants to plead guilty or NOLO to the seatbelt and pay around $18 for that one?
Yes, she'll like to plead NOLO.
Okay. And can you state or provide in the chat an email address? We can email the payment information, please.
Yes, ma'am. My email is Victor, VICTORC_96@yahoo.com.
So an email will come to that address for her with the payment information pay for the total amount due by March 4th. Does Ms. Ramirez live on Sunny Hill Drive still in Jonesboro?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just need her to affirm, and you can ask her in Spanish and she can say sí or no that that's what she would like to do, plead NOLO to the seatbelt.
Es lo que quieres ver, ¿verdad? Dice NOLO. De uno. Sí. Y de la otra culpa. Sí, sí. Dice sí.
Sí, yes.
Great, got it. Gracias, y'all can go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Willie Ramsey. Tastara Ratcliffe.
I'm here.
You're Ratcliffe.
Hello,
Willie
can you
Ram.
hear me, Judge?
Okay, hang on one moment. I got two people talking. So,
Okay, now they can hear me. Okay.
all right, hang on. So let me speak to Ms. Ratcliffe first. Is that you, right? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me, Judge?
Yes. Are you Ms.
Okay.
Ratcliffe?
I'm Miss Rags, actually. I for some
Right.
reason I was saying, yeah, I was saying present, but I was like, I don't know what's going on. I think I had to go out and come back in. Something wasn't working right on my.
Okay. So you have a tag violation in 2020. Has your tag issue been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Speeding 16 to 20 over, Ms. Hernandez, are you asking for the typical $50 fine on that one if she wants to resolve it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to resolve it with guilty or nolo today? Ms. Rags paid around $80.
Nolo, yes, ma'am.
And what is your email?
It's vrags, VRAGGS, the number 7@gmail.com.
All right, look for an email with the payment information, the exact amount due later on today. Do you still live at Oldwood Drive in Conyers?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're willing to dismiss the tag ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I've accepted the nolo on the speeding. Any questions, ma'am?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, bye now.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, now there was a gentleman also present. What is your name, sir? Mr. Ramsey?
Yeah.
Mr. Ramsey, you have a bunch of tickets here from 2020 that are all on the same dates, and my guess is we can get most of them resolved. That have the tag and the equipment and the license address issues been corrected?
Yes.
All right. Now, do you have a CDL?
Yes.
Well, so the failure to yield and driving in the wrong lane tickets are more difficult because even with a no low plea, I think you've got a license impact. But if you want to plead guilty or no low, we can resolve them, or I can put everything on a trial calendar and you can come back and we'll see what happens. What do you want to do?
Well, failure to yield, he said I didn't see him behind me, but as soon as I saw him, I pulled over. And the lane change, I mean, I was turning left on 138 and I was in the left lane. So I couldn't turn left from the right lane.
Okay. Well, I can't resolve the tickets without the officer here, just based on what you say. But so do you want to come back and see if the officer appears and see what they say about him? Or do you want to take a risk and resolve them with a plea? Because it does, with a CDL, it's a little more serious because they're moving violations.
Yeah, I would need to go to court.
Okay. So Mr. Ramsey, just make sure we always have your valid address. You got the notice today to come, right? Mr. Ramsey?
Yes, I got the notice.
Okay, so if your address changes, go on the Clerk State Court portion of the county website and update your address. You'll get notice in the mail of when the case has been rescheduled to. Okay? You can sign off, sir. Is Tastara Ratcliffe here? Kiana Raven? Jordan Ray? Cornelius Rayner?
Hello, that's me.
Mr. Rayner, turn on video, please. You have tag and license not on person tickets, March 17th of 2020. Have those issues, or has the tag issue been corrected?
Yes, ma'am. But I no longer have the vehicle.
All right, and you have a valid license?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to dismiss those two tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rayner, you had on February 24th of 2020, a bunch of tickets, stop sign, license not on person, failure to have your headlights on, and a tag problem. So that was before this one. Was that the same car?
It was, yes, ma'am.
All right. So Ms. Hernandez, what's your recommendation for those 4 tickets from February?
The state would recommend a $50 fine for the stop sign and dismissal of the other 3 citations.
And then there's some kind of tickets also, Mr. Rayner. I didn't write them down, so I gotta pull them up. On a different day. March 17th. Wait a minute. All right, March 17th, we just talked about. February 24th, we talked about. Oh, that's the only 2 sets. Okay. Do you want to plead guilty or nolo to the stop sign and resolve that today, Mr. Rayner, paying about $80 by March 4th?
No, please.
Okay. What's your email so we can email you the payment instructions?
CORNCHUCK1997@gmail.com.
All right, look out for that email. It's going to be around $80 due by March 4th. And we must have your current address since you got the notice to come to court today.
Yes, ma'am.
And the other tickets going to be dismissed. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, bye, Mr. Rayner. Ryan Reed.
Yes, hi.
Ms. Reed, you had some tag issues in 2020. Have those all been corrected?
Yes, ma'am. I purchased a vehicle from someone and I needed the affidavit signed, and I was in the process of getting the person to re-sign it. And all of that has been taken care of now.
Great. Are you going to dismiss her 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, Ms. Reed.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Shalik Reed. Margie Rivera. Angelica Robinson.
Yes, ma'am.
You had tag and license not on person tickets in 2020. Is the tag issue resolved now, Ms. Robinson?
I don't own the car anymore.
All right, you have a valid license.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you dismiss her 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, Ms. Robinson. You can sign off.
Thank you.
Crystal Robinson. Shanticia Robinson.
I'm here, Crystal Robinson.
I'm here.
Okay, one at a time. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
So Crystal Robinson, license not on person and tag. You have a valid license and your tag hopefully is corrected, Miss Crystal Robinson.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you dismiss her 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss those, Ms. Robinson. You can sign off.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thanks. Shanticia Robinson, you had a tag violation, but an improper lane change. Do you have a valid tag or has that problem been resolved somehow, Ms. Robinson?
Yes, ma'am. I had just bought the car, but it's resolved. I already paid the ticket though. Do I get my money back?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why we're having this issue today. It's not a common problem because I'm not showing it paid. When did you believe you paid it?
I paid it last night.
Oh, well, that's why I didn't show that.
I wish I would have knew better.
All right. No, unfortunately, you don't get that back. So did you pay both today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, sorry for that disconnect.
It's okay.
It's do you want to do a NOLO though for the improper lane change so maybe you don't get points?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll go in and reflect that at disposition at least.
Okay,
And,
thank you.
And then we'll take care of all that when the payment populates in, okay?
Okay, thank you so very much.
Ms. Robinson.
You have a good day.
Reginald Ross. Jonathan Rowe. Tamika Rozier.
Yes, hey, Judge.
Hey.
This is Reginald Rose.
Mr. Rose, you had some tag issues in 2020. Have those issues now been corrected by you?
Yes, I sold the car, got rid of the car.
Okay. Will you dismiss his 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, Mr. Ross. You can sign off.
Thank you. All right.
Thank
Y'all
you.
have a great day.
Thanks. Shahonda Rucker.
Thank you. Turn up.
Marcus Russell Ford. Abundino Salazar. And Telmo Salinas. Same guy. He's got the whole calendar too, plus other sets of tickets. Bakari Saint Sanan. Kavara Salisbury.
Yes, I'm here.
Tag ticket and stop sign. Tag problem corrected, Mr. Salisbury?
Yes, I corrected the tag. I have a new tag.
All right, guilty or nolo, $50 fine recommendation, Ms. Hernandez? For
Yes, Your
stop
Honor.
sign? Or not guilty, Mr. Salisbury, on that?
I'm gonna do NOLO on that.
All right, may we have your email, please?
Yes, it's KESAULS07
You'll get an email then with the payment information. It's going to be around $80 due by March 4th for that ticket. The other ticket's dismissed. We must have your correct address since you got the notice for court today.
No, I actually have a new address.
What is that?
You want me to tell you, or can I go somewhere and change
You
it?
can put it in the chat chat area, so the clerk can go ahead and update it for you. You don't have to fill out more forms.
Okay,
Or
that
you can tell me, whichever you're comfortable with.
I'm typing it in the chat right now.
Okay, she'll see it there. Any questions?
Thank you so much.
Bye now. Tariq
Excuse me,
Scott?
Judge.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. You called me a long time ago. My name is Oludari Oshisoni.
Yes, sir. Sir, you had tag ticket and expired license. Have those issues been corrected by you, sir?
Both have been corrected, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, will you dismiss his 2 tickets since he's corrected that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
We'll dismiss them.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Tariq Scott. Dustin Shepherd.
Hi, good
Hi,
afternoon.
sir. What is your name?
Bakery Sanan, I think I missed.
What is your name?
Bakery Sanan, Sanon, last name.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Sanan, you had tag violation and speeding in September of 2020. Do you have a valid tag now on that vehicle?
Yes, actually, it wasn't my fault because when I bought the car, we went and did the registration, and somehow the DMV forgot to, the tag office, forgot to switch the names.
But you have a good tag now on it.
Yes.
All right. And do you want to resolve the speeding ticket you got the same day with a guilty or no contest plea and pay around $80?
No contest.
All right. And is that $50 fine acceptable to the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Sanan, you also in October had a distracted driving case. Do you have hands-free device for your phone or Bluetooth in your car?
Yes, I do have it. That day,
Okay. You don't have to say anything else. Are you going to dismiss that one, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the tag?
Yes.
Mr. Sanan, I'll take your NOLO on the speeding. What is your email? Do you want to tell me or put it in the chat area?
That's my first name, last name, 0702@gmail.com.
First, last name 0702@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay, you'll get an email with the payment information on the speeding. Everything else is dismissed. Any questions?
I was wondering if it's possible to reduce the speeding limit, because I think
It's already about as low as it'll go.
okay.
It
Thank
was
you.
only at between 11 and 15 over, sir. So,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
all right, bye now.
Have a good one.
Tariq Scott. Justin Shepherd.
Hi, good afternoon.
Are you Mr. Shepherd?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you turn on some video for me, Mr. Shepherd?
Yeah. I'm not very good with Zooms.
Do you have a
Here.
phone? Are you on your phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Just tap the phone and a little image will come
There we
up
go.
that looks like a video camera. Okay. Mr. Shepherd, failure to update address on license, tag problems. Have all of those been corrected by you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you going to dismiss all 3 of his tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss it, Mr. Shepherd. Take
Thank
care.
y'all. Y'all have a great day.
Keep everything valid so you don't have to see us anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye. Miles Shirley. James Cook or Shook. Making up names now. I'm getting tired. James Shook. Antonio Simpson. Brandon Smith. I reckon he don't want to come. He's wanted on a felony. Darius Smith. Ricavius Smith.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, what is your name?
Miles Shirley.
Let me find you, Mr. Shirley. Okay, Mr. Shirley, you had failure to have headlights on, I guess, decal problem, failing to have something you were towing lighted.
Yes, ma'am. Tow light.
Okay, all right, so tag valid now?
Yes, it wasn't mine. It was a company vehicle. I no longer work for that company, but the tag is
Okay.
valid.
You were working for some company and it was their car?
Yes, ma'am.
I see. I don't know. What do you want to do with all that, Ms. Hernandez? You're muted.
The state would move to dismiss the citations.
All right. So Mr. Shirley, we'll go ahead and dismiss all that, but even if it's somebody else's vehicle, you got to be careful. I had a civil case where a tow truck wasn't lighted properly and a man got decapitated. So don't be driving tow stuff around without proper lighting, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, bye.
Bye. Thank you. You both.
Demetrius Sneed. There's Mr. Sneed, been waiting forever. Mr. Sneed, headlights, tents, and tags. All that been corrected?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you going to dismiss his 3 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them. That was worth waiting on, wasn't it, Mr. Sneed?
Yes, ma'am, it was. I have one quick question. I submitted for an online dispute last night. Obviously, it was too late. Will this dismissal reflect there as well? All right, great. Thank you, Your
It
Honor. Have a
will.
great day.
All right. Joy Souter.
I'm here.
Tag issues and failing to update address on license. Has all of that been corrected, Ms. Souter?
Yes, ma'am. I no longer have the vehicle and my license are changed to Georgia.
Are you going to dismiss her 3 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss them, Ms. Souter. Bye now.
Thank you.
Gary Sparks. Spencer Plednolo online. Chase Dargill. John Stokes. Richard Swanson. Kelvin Tate. Ebony Thomas. Tamika Thomas.
Yes, Ebony Thomas here.
Oh, Ms. Thomas, tag violation 2020. Is your tag now correct? Issue been corrected?
Yes, ma'am. I don't even have that vehicle anymore.
All right, speeding between 26 and 30 over. State asking if she wants to resolve that by the typical $50 plus surcharges. Ms. Hernandez,
Yes, Your Honor.
do you want to do that or plead not guilty, Ms. Thomas?
I can go ahead and pay the fine.
Do you want to do guilty or NOLO?
NOLO.
All right, what's your email?
My email is Ebony Spikes, and that's spelled EBONYS, P as in Paul, IKES 2000 @gmail.com.
Look for an email from a ClaytonCountyGA.gov address with the payment information then. Around $80 will be the total. It'll have the exact amount due by March 4th. And on the speeding and the tag violation, you're going to dismiss Ms. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions, Ms. Thomas?
No, do you know when I'll receive the email? So
Later
that I
on
can...
this afternoon.
Okay,
I have to enter the disposition on all these, and that takes me a little while. So sometime this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right.
you for your day and Happy New Year.
Thanks. Tamika Thomas. Vamarcus Thomas.
Yes, ma'am. Rakivia Smith. I was driving.
Well, I'm glad you stopped driving. Mr. Smith, let me find your case. And you had tag violation and traffic control device violation 2020. Is the tag now valid on the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am. I sold that car.
Asking for $50 if he wants to resolve the traffic violation ticket, Ms. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to plead guilty or NOLO to that and pay around $80 because of surcharges for that ticket, Mr. Smith?
Yeah, and the NOLO, that's you said I probably won't get any points.
Right, hopefully. I can't promise, but that most often results in no points.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I do NOLO.
Okay. What's your email so we can email you payment instructions for that ticket?
91 Joe JOEBLOW @gmail.com.
Look later on today for an email from a ClaytonCountyGA.gov address for those payment instructions. It's going to be around $80 due on, but the exact amount will be on there due by March 4th. You can pay online or in person by that date. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss the tag?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions?
I'm
Thanks
sorry,
so
Judge,
much.
did you say 91?
Oh, what? 91JoeBlow@gmail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Jeffers.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
bye, Mr. Smith. I think.
Have
we
a good
should-
day. Thank y'all.
Bye. Shanae Tompkins. Jamel Thompson. All right. Well, somebody signed on as Bridget's iPad. What did you unmute and turn on your video and tell me who you are?
George Trawick.
All right. And Mr. Trawick, you just had a tag violation in 2021. Has that been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to dismiss his ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss it. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mike Jones is the name on the screen. Unmute and tell me who you are.
Miguel
Hello?
Walton.
What is your last
Hello?
name, sir?
Walton, WALTON.
Is it Miguel Cortez Walton?
Yes, ma'am.
You had a tag violation in 2020 and failing to update your address on your license. Has that all been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you dismiss his 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them, Mr. Walton. You can sign off.
All right, thank you. You have a great day.
Bye now. Someone is signed on as Mai's iPhone. Would you unmute and turn on your video and tell me who you are?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ingrid Toscano.
I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Toscano.
With a T?
Yes.
Okay, let me find you. Ms. Toscano, you had tag violation and speeding tickets in 2020. Has the tag problem been corrected?
It has been.
Ms. Hernandez, if she wants to resolve speeding ticket, are you recommending the typical $50 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to resolve the speeding ticket with guilty or nolo today? Pay around $80 by March 4th, Ms. Toscano?
Yes. That's with pleading nolo, correct?
You can, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay, yeah.
And you'll dismiss the tag ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is your
One-
email, Ms.? Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One question. So there might be a possibility that I get points on my license. Is there a way that I can get those points removed?
You can check with the Department of Driver Services, but
Okay.
generally, if you do a defensive driving course, that clears some points.
Okay.
All right, what's your email so we can email you the payment information for the speeding?
Toscano.ingrid1@gmail.com.
All right, look for an email later today from an address at claytoncountyga.gov with that information. Ms. Toscano, any questions?
No, that's it. Thank you.
All right, bye. Someone has
Bye-bye.
signed on with the name Ullman Urbina.
Yes, Your Honor.
See you, Mr. Urbina, on my calendar. You had a defective equipment and tag violation in 2020. Have both of those issues been corrected?
Yes, I no longer have the truck. It was my sister's truck. Um,
Okay.
I did fix the lights when I got home. They actually turned on, but
Okay.
I still replaced the light bulbs on the taillights. And the stickers for the tags, my car, the other one, it was a Toyota Corolla.
Hey, wait. You don't even have the car now, right? Or she
No,
doesn't? Okay.
she doesn't.
We don't
But the
need to
other,
probably hear all the rest of that then. Ms. Hernandez, are you going to dismiss his 2 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss them.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
You have a nice day.
Thanks. So Jervin Williams, I see your name. And Mr. Williams, from September, you had a tag ticket and a headlight problem. Have those been corrected? Mr. Williams, turn on your audio, video. Jervon Williams,
Yes.
has the tag and the headlight issue been resolved on the vehicle that you got ticketed in 2020?
Yes, it has.
Will you dismiss those 2, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
In August of 21, you had a speeding between 11 and 15 over. You're asking for the typical $50 fine if he wants to resolve that today, Ms. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to resolve that with guilty, nolo, or plead not guilty, and we'll get it on a calendar Sunday for trial?
Nolo.
What is your email, please, so we can email you the payment instructions, Mr. Williams?
JervonWilliams@gmail.com.
Look for an email later today from a claytoncountyga.gov address. It's going to be around $80 due by March 4th on that one. The tag and the other case headlight tickets are dismissed. Any questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bye, Mr. Williams. Monica Walker, I see your name.
Yes, I'm here.
Ms. Walker, you had a tag violation, child restraint violation in 2020. Has the tag problem been fixed?
I no longer have that car anymore.
All right, and what is the state's recommendation if she wants to resolve the child restraint violation today?
It will be a $50 fine, Your Honor.
Do you want to enter a guilty or nolo to resolve that today? I don't believe there's surcharges on this one, but so it's around 50 if you want to do that, Ms. Walker.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay it.
You want to do guilty or nolo?
Nolo.
All right, that'll be due by March 4th. The exact amount will be on some payment information emailed to you. Please provide your email.
Walker Monica 17 @gmail.com.
Great. Look for an email on that then later on today. And the tag ticket's dismissed. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye now. And someone who signed on his iPhone. Who are you, please?
Hi, how you doing today, Your Honor? My name is Christopher Tierra Fria.
Spell the last name.
Tierrafria.
Okay. See, in order for me to understand Spanish, you have to speak it with a Southern accent. See, I would have said Tierra Fria.
That's good enough.
You had a tag violation, a learner's license violation. Tag problem fixed?
Yes, ma'am. It was my sister's car, but we already have the tag fixed.
You have a full Class C regular license now?
Yes, ma'am. I had signed up in 2020 when they had the where you could do it online, and mine went through, but I just never did the confirmation on it, so that's why.
Okay, great. So you're going to dismiss his 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss them, sir. Take care.
All right.
All right. Everybody else on the calendar is a no-show. Rachel, I'm gonna go eat lunch, and then I'm gonna come back and enter all these.
I'm gonna go eat lunch too.
And so it may be around 2:30 or 3, or maybe even a little later before you start seeing all those dispositions show up. Okay.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
Thank you so much for your help.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ms. Hernandez.